project have wasted no time in getting the ball rolling to transform the Cable Beach Strip into a world-class destination. Despite a slow growth in the economy, the multi-billion-dollar project has made hundreds of positions available. LaDawn Davis has this update.
When the multi-billion-dollar Bahama project is completed in 2014, the five-star resort is expected to not only attract millions of visitors to the Bahamas, but assist in boosting the business clientele of a number of Bahamian companies. Vice President of Government and External Affairs Robert Sands says as of last week, close to 600 Bahamians in the construction industry are working at the Cable Beach site, putting the finishing touches on the commercial village and rerouted West Bay Street roads. Phase 1 should be completed by next month.
We would have completed the new rerouted West Bay Street with 5 roundabouts, 4 commercial buildings, a new police and fire station, a new Commonwealth Bank, a new Scotia Bank, a new Fidelity Bank. We would have done some environmental cleanup.
Now, if you're driving along the Cable Beach Strip, you may see some new added features to the multi-billion-dollar Bahama project. Sands tells us what they are.
There are quite a few unique considerations here. The indigenous planting, the opening of the Hobby Horse Hall lakes with decking for bird watching and watching the indigenous ducks on the pond, the walkway in that very pristine area, the conch shells in the roundabout, just speaks to Bahama using as much as possible things that will enhance its presentation.
Sands says Bahamians working at the spin-off industries can expect a new store market and state-of-the-art taxi stand. Now, when it comes to the demolition of the office of the Prime Minister, Sands says just like the police and fire station and other buildings on West Bay Street, they have received notices as to when they should evacuate. He gave us this update on the demolition process.
You are aware where the banks and the police stations are going, and then the Prime Minister's office would also be relocated as well. And we are very happy that once we do the demolition of those buildings, it actually secures the site for the high-rise to come out of the ground. And within a 6-month period, hopefully you'll see those buildings at about a 10-story position.
A rather excited Sands says to make the project even more Bahamian-friendly, artistic sculptures will be designed by world-renowned artist Antonius Roberts. LaDawn Davis, ZNS News.
Efforts are underway to improve the water supply here in New Providence, and they may have led residents in eastern New Providence and southern New Providence to experience water shortages on the weekend. Assistant General Manager for New Providence Operations, Robert Deal, said employees, while carrying out a major connection process at the Blue Hills plant, encountered challenges resulting in low pressure on no water for some. Restoration was completed yesterday. By next month, Deal will expand the desalination plant and should be ready by next month, November, increasing water supply here and ending barging from Andros. We'll take a look at this duo. The Department of Marine Resources confirming the successful capture of 2 manatees in eastern Nassau Harbor this weekend. You can see the mother and calf in this video provided to us by Bahamas divers. Marine Resources officials learned about the manatees named Rita and Georgie, who live in waters near Spanish Wells, North Eleuthera, last Tuesday. After several attempts and with the help of the Marine Mammal Response Team from Atlantis, they were able to capture the manatees, also known as sea cows. Both marine mammals are now at the Atlantis Resort and are not on display. Although marine mammals such as whales, dolphins, and manatees are protected in the Bahamas under the Marine Mammal Protection Act, it was recognized that the presence of these manatees in Nassau Harbor placed them at considerable risk from a number of hazards, particularly the high volume of boating traffic. Although manatees may have been more common in the Bahamas historically, the manatees seen in the country in recent times have come from Florida. Several World War II veterans still living remembered this past Saturday. The 24 men and 1 woman were recognized for heroic efforts. During the Second World War, soldiers came to the Bahamas for training before being sent out into the battlefield. Well, Saturday's ball held at the Sheraton Nassau Beach Resort coincided with National Heroes Day celebrations. Adina Munro was excited to host the sold-out crowd.
We will honor both our our living veterans and also remember those that went on. We will also honor the uniformed branches, such as the prison, HM Prison, and also the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, and all those military organizations that help to keep our borders safe.
Yesterday was International Bosses Day. To celebrate the day here in the country, the Sunny Isles chapter of administrative professionals showed their appreciation by honoring and treating their bosses to lunch at Grey Cliff Restaurant. The Administrative Assistants chapter was founded 7 years ago, and its main purpose is to mentor young women into one day taking over the field. President Holly Wilkinson.
The reason why we're doing a lot of mentorship, that's something that we're really working towards in our goals, especially with the Willie Mae Pratt Center. We're doing a lot of work with them, and our thought is we need someone to be mentored. We need someone to mentor them. So that's what we really want to do. We want to get out there. We want to give them hope.
Minister of State for Social Development Loretta Butler Turner applauded the administrative professionals for their efforts in steering young women into a positive direction. Butler also encouraged them to sign up for the National Volunteerism Program set to begin next month.
The establishment of the Sunbeams Work Preparedness Program. I love that. Work Preparedness Program at Willie Mae Pratt Center is a wonderful addition to the programs offered at the center. It's going to prepare our residents for their re-entry to society and for the workforce. Among other things, the 6-month-long program provides training and activities to transform, to reform, to change the lives of the residents.
For adults and children alike, the health benefits of consuming enough dietary fiber are well known. Fiber aids in digestion and can decrease your risk of obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and some cancers. Along with adults, many children are not consuming enough fiber each day for good health. Of the fiber children are consuming, the researchers found that most comes from applesauce, fruit cocktails, cereals, and high-fat foods like pizza and salty snacks. For you and your children alike, follow an eating plan that is low in fat and cholesterol and high in foods such as whole grains, legumes, vegetables, and fruits. According to current guidelines, girls 9 to 18 years old should get about 25 grams of dietary fiber each day. Boys, 31 to 38 grams. To gradually increase the fiber in your child's diet, choose whole grain cereals for meals and snacks. Offer fresh or canned fruit in place of fruit juice. Use whole grain bread, rolls, pita, or bagels for sandwiches. And keep fresh vegetables like carrots, celery, cucumber, cherry tomatoes, and broccoli, all available for snacking. After all, good health for you and your family starts with you.
Good Monday to you, Johnny.
Same to you.
Well, thank you very much. I know you're talking about the Pan Am track meet coming up.
Definitely track meet gets underway on Sunday, but 2 of the disciplines are already starting. We have swimming and tennis already underway, plus we have a little bit of volleyball and softball to get to tonight. So
stay close. Jonathan Benson and your Monday Evening Sports right after the break.
These some expensive windows now.
Interior exterior.